Hey everybody, it's Adam from Encounter Wargaming, and today we are going to unbox this Hive City Arbitratorum. So the Arbitratorum is a pretty cool building. It's a one-story building, and yeah, it has some of the fences on it that kind of match the Hive City fencing, and so this is going to be a real good table blender. It's a mix of the buildings that I kind of already have with some of these fences. It's kind of in between like the chapel and the mansion and the habitat, which we also have videos for, which you can check out in the playlist. But it's a great one-story kind of medium height building with two levels where you can place models. Like I could totally see a Vindicator Assassin just perching up there and picking out characters from on top, as well as still being able to fit an entire squad up on top of the building there. So once it's fully built, I'll tell you how many models can comfortably fit on the top floor. But for now, I mean, it's just a really neat, really cool, detailed little building there. So let's throw this down, let's open it up and show you guys just how detailed these kits really are. And guys, like, these Hive City buildings, they're top of the class, honestly. Like, let's see here. There's 5, 10, 15, 16, 17 boards in here of MDF for this one little building. So they're super detailed, really, really nice kits, and I can't wait to show you up close. So let's unbox it and get started. All right, so here is the package. Now, first things first, when opening MDF kits, take your hobby knife and resist the urge to just slash it open. Come on in from the side so that you don't actually scrape into any of the nice detail printed on the MDF boards, just underneath this thin piece of paper. So, all right. Oh, that's a lot of wood. Very excited. Cool. All right. And here we go. Dang, yo. Pretty cool. See the nice kromlech logo there? Of course, all of this TableTop Scenics stuff coming out of the kromlech laboratories over there. Very neat. Some nice detailing. Look at this. Like the little cogs and nuts and bolts and stuff. Super, super cool. I don't know what those are. Airlock doors or something. Ooh. These nice stained glass windows. Wow. I was not expecting that from the pictures. Those are, oh, look at those swords. Dang. Oh, that's super nice. The balance of scales looks like they're made to be stained glass windows or something. Just another sheet of those. Very cool. Very cool. Dang. This is better than I thought. All right. This looks like some more stained glass windows. Super neat. Just basic floor patterns and walls. Amazing. Just more stained glass windows and just basic floor paneling and stuff. Wow. Dang, yo, they're just so detailed. Man, these guys are so good at what they do. All right, let's keep going. Oh, some nice terracotta roofing. All right. Very cool. A lot of wall panels that are just blank, and that's because they build up the layers to create depth. Ooh, okay, so this has got some rounded edges on it. Very, very neat. I like the floor paneling here. Look at the detail on that. Super cool. Like star pattern. And then metal grating. Awesome. These are all the fences. Neat. Yeah, it looks super good. Excuse me. All right. Nice tile wall patterns. More of the fencing. Ooh, check this out. Duralex, said Lex. Don't know what that means. The Imperial Fist, the Space Marine Fist. Super cool. Oh, dang, what's with this? Yo. Looks like those new Adeptus knockoff dudes for Necromunda. Those plastic ones they just released the other day. Looks super cool. Our big stone slab walls and stuff. These would be the outer panels with all the detail on it. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. Man, these guys do some fabulous detail work on these. All right. All the oh, neat scales, balancing of the scale. Oh, cool. So these are, I don't know what these are for, maybe like chimneys or something, chimney stacks, but it also has this pattern done into it. That's super awesome. Oh man, I can't wait to build this up. Guys, just so much detail. What is going on? Oh my, dirty. Is that a floor? Is that a floor panel? Dang. Man, you can do so much with this laser system. Super cool. I mean, especially when you're using this much stuff for one kit, this many panels. Wow. Like, what are all these little bits for? Don't even know. Super stoked, though. Wow. All sorts of those scale patterns. I don't even know what they're for, but there's so many. Huh. And some round. Oh, this one's nice and thick for the doors and probably some kind of railing or something like that. Very cool. All right, so there you go. So that is the inside of the Arbitratorum. So I say we get building. What do you guys say? Let's do it. So we got our pile of wood here, and the first thing to do is just take a damp little cloth, and especially with these large sheets here, just wipe off each one of these. They've all just got a nice thin layer of dust on them from the cutting process and whatnot. You see how yellow that is? Get all that off. It's just going to interfere with the glue. You're going to glue dust to your fingers. It just gets all in the air. So why not just nip it in the bud right now? Just get all that off with a nice little wipe. Won't take you too long. So there you go. Go ahead and do them all. Just clean them up. Okay, so we're ready to do the first set of sheets, and I got sheet A and sheet B here, because you are going to need pieces 1 through 8 on sheet A, and then you're going to need 7, 8, and 9 off sheet B. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut these out. Now I'll just show you a couple little tricks. These are basically, well, these are laser cut MDF terrain, and basically essentially the way they get these pieces in the board is there's one big piece MDF, laser comes around, zap, 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 and then at certain points it'll just stop zapping, like right here. And you just take your little hobby knife and just cut that, bop, and we'll just cut all the ones for this frame. So you just cut those spots where it's still attached, where the laser turned off, and get them out. All right, just go all the way around, and that, oh, a couple more. There's one more right there. Good. One more right there. And I think we may have it. There you go. So, cut out the middle bit. Now this basically, this piece that I'm cutting out right now is the interior floor. Basically is going to give structure to the building, help it stand up, and give us a base for us to work off of. Alrighty, so there we go. So there's the base, the innermost part of the building. Okay. And so go ahead and get out all those pieces that I just mentioned, and then we'll lay them out right here. So there you go. That's how you cut them out. And let's do it right now. Pieces 1 through 8 off of frame A, and 7, 8, and 9 off of B. Go ahead. One quick tip before we go do all that. What you might want to do is clean them up as well. And so you'll see where the little tab is there, there'll be maybe some flashing. Just take your hobby knife and just clean it up like that with the hobby knife. So just scrape it off, obviously being careful because hobby knives are sharp. So there we go. Cut out all the pieces, clean them up, and be right back in a flash. All right, it's all out finally. So what we can do is start putting some of the smaller bits together, and then we'll get all these walls standing up. Basically what we're doing right now is we're building the walls around these two bits right here. So we got this cool little part here with piece 5 and then all of the bajillion little piece 6s, and we're basically going to make like a graded window shutter. So let's just get some glue and stick it in all of these slots. Boom. If you've built one of the Hive City chapels, there are tons of these graded type windows. So you'll have done these a bunch. All right, very ingenious way of bringing some simple detail to these MDF kits. Ooh, this one's longer. Okay. Boop. I'll let my fingers. And let's see if I can do it with it lying down. There we go. That's a little bit easier. Try and do that. Just gotta get one of them in, and the rest should slot in much easier. Cool. Boom. There's 2. Make sure these walls are staying parallel. And now we can just go to town. Awesome. Just keep sliding them in. Too easy. Almost done. Whoa. Don't push the walls apart, Adam. I want them all to follow it all at once. No, sir. Okay. All right. So now I think the way they have it, this piece goes right here. Yeah. With the male end of the tab sticking towards the back of the building, or maybe it's the front, I actually don't know. This end of the building, away from the rounded edge. All right, and then they have this with the slats pointed down, glued to the back of this bit right here. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. So let's just do that then. Let's just get some glue. Put it down this edge right here. And now the key is making sure. Okay, so that goes there. So this is definitely the back. Nice and parallel. Everything's parallel and aligned properly. Let's see. Yeah, beauty is just like that. Awesome. Very nice. Okie dokie. So, oh, dang it. Gotta let it set a little bit longer. Okay, let's make sure it's still. Gotta line it up a little bit better. Get it straight. Beauties. Okay. Okay, don't mess with it. Okay, we'll just mess with it a little bit. There. Okay, put it down. Beautiful. Now glue. Okay, cool. So let's do these 2 little doors. All right. So just get some glue. Glue these little doors together. Just put some dots around. Cool. Now again, the trick is just putting it on straight. And so there's a nice laser etched line around the flat piece for you to line it up with. So just line it up with that, and you're good. Do number 2. Okay. Beautiful. Nice and careful. Great. Fabulous. Okay. Excuse me. So one of these then goes in behind here. Excuse me. Okay, so it looks like they both go in behind these walls, and that's pretty simple. So let's not waste any time. Let's just get those on. And then all of our little fiddly bits are done. So number one, and we'll just space it out so it looks like there's a tiny little gap around the whole thing. That'd be a nice little effect. Tougher than I thought. Yeah. But hey, that looks pretty good right there. Beautiful. And then on this one, okay. Same thing. The male end is pointing away from the curve, so that means this is going in the back side right here. Always got to double check these things. Okay. Beauties. That one actually lined up pretty good. Great. So now we got piece 2. These guys sticking that way. Lining up right here. Oops, wrong way. Always dry fit. Beauty. So that's not bad. Okay. So let's just do that. We'll get some glue on these tabs right here. Fabulous. And then this edge is the one that sticks to that other piece. So we'll do that. Beauties. Awesome. That was too easy. Just noticed a piece actually right here that I forgot to clean up. There's a little piece sticking off this edge. Cool. All right, that's taken care of. Make sure that's nice and snug. Okay, now we'll take one of these guys and line up on this side. Okay, this little slit here being on the lower end of the piece. I'll help you line it up. Okay, and this being glue going on this side. Just kind of maverick it there. The good thing about these kits is, especially to get the frame going, it'll be pretty sloppy because there's all sorts of covering layers with the brick pattern and all that to help seal these up nice and cover any mistakes you might make or sloppiness with the glue. Even if it's not mistakes, you can feel free to be a little bit sloppy with the glue. Get it nice and put together. Okay, so continuing on, do a little dry fit here. There we are. All right, yeah, not bad. Okay, so let's just do it up. And again, so this piece is actually, it's on like a slight angle, right? So it's actually not totally touching this piece flat. So I'm just going to put bigger globs because it's touching it kind of just on the corner. And so the bigger glob will just help it seal. And I'm using super thick super glue, so I can get away with that. If you're using the real thin I wouldn't advise using the real thin stuff. It's not good for much other than just gluing things to your fingers. Okay. And last but not least, straight on. So this one, glue goes here. All right, and we'll be glue right here. There we go. All right, so we got those walls done right there. So let's move on to step number 2. You're gonna need piece number 13B, 10, 11, 13B, 11P, 12P, and 10B. Let's do it. And there they are. All right, so these is an intricate doorway designed with multiple layers to really pop and stand out. So let's get the different layers glued together. So I think what we'll do is this one first. This is the very back one, the pointy one with the spikes. I think that's 12P. There we go. This is designed for 11P to go straight on top. And it has laser cut lines to follow the pattern. Okie dokie. Beautiful. So there it is. There it is right there. Okay, and these are all going in behind 13. So piece number 13. Same on both sides, eh? Let's just make sure dry fits in there nicely. Okay, and really need it to go down on the one side. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, it's gonna be good and snug. Beautiful. Yeah, it looks like, yeah. Looks like it goes in nice and easy right there. All right. That's gonna be not bad. Now, because it's so snug, it's actually making it push off a little bit, so we may have to do a little bit of holding. Get this one in there. That's fine. Okay, good. So let's get this guy, I guess, glued on here. Okie dokie. Beauties. So a little bit of glue all the way around this door frame. Nice. And then again, taking good care to line it up properly. Bah. So are the laser etch marks to guide you, which is nice. Good. I think we nailed that. So you're starting to see the depth come in for this doorway. Beautiful. And this flat panel just goes right on the back. So let's just get that done. Waste no time. All right. Too easy. Now let's fiddle around with getting it in here. Okay, so to remind myself, where do we want the glue? I guess we want it on which side of these? Okay. Yeah, cool. You know what? I may, since I have it like this, I may just leave it like that and just shove some glue in there. It's always a good way to do it. Just use brute force. Good beauties. Okay, so this will get us one whole wall section complete, which would be really nice. So, all right, I'm just gonna hold this like this for a little bit. Shouldn't be too long, but I don't know, maybe a minute, and just get it nice and solid so it dries proper. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back with the next step cutout. All that is in and solid, which is beautiful. And so now we're cutting from piece C, and then a little bit from A, a little bit from B. So these empty bits are from our number 14 on A. 2 of them are from A, 2 of them are from B. All these are 15 to 18 from B, and then you have pieces 19, 20, and 21 from C. So now we're just going to do the walls on this side of the building now. So fairly simple. All these windows get glued together in a multi-step process. So this part at the very back with some glue around the edges. All right, and then these little bitties go right on top, just like so. I'm trying to line them up, and so there you go. So go ahead and do all 4 of those, and we'll be right back. And we're back. So now what we have to do is plug these in on all the windows. And so what we're gonna do, you know the drill. Let's just line the outside with some glue and try our best to get these guys on straight somehow. So trying to follow the laser cut line that's already in there for us. Let's see here. Boom, just line it up as straight as possible. You see that? Not bad. Okay, so go do it on all 4. Sweet, so now let's go ahead. We've got them all glued in and glue these onto the side. So of course, doing a little dry fit as we do what we do. Let's stick some glue down the side here. Bang, bang, boom. And a little right there. And ba-boom. There's piece number 19. I just want to make sure that seals right there, so there's no gap. All right, we're gonna get the rest on. We might have to hold this spot for a second once it's all on there. So let's go ahead and do that. Awesome. Making sure it's not sticking to the cutting board. That's all I'm doing there. Had a funny feeling. Sometimes just one tiny little drop of glue gets down there. Can't have it sticking. Okay, piece number 20 coming in hot. Bam. Cool. Let's get the last piece on. I guess we just need a little down here. Cool. So I already put glue on the other side. Bam. All right, so there we go. Let's go ahead and cut out the other pieces. Hold this while it dries, but we should be good for now. Next step. Next is the same thing on the other side. So I went ahead and I already did all the windows, and now we'll just glue the walls on like before. So go ahead, dry fit them, and glue them. It's the exact same thing as the other side. So go ahead and do that, and we'll be back when we have the other side of the wall done. Sweet, so we're at the next step. That's all. Got the 2 walls glued on either side with them fancy stained glass windows. Beautiful. And so now what we're going to do is set up the curved wall. And so this takes pieces from majority frame E, but also some from frame D. And so what we're going to do is basically attach 23 and 24D, basically 2 flat pieces to kind of bridge the gap between the walls to the curve. And so they're going to go on either side right here. We're going to glue those in, but then we got a bunch of these windows to glue just like we did before with the other ones. And so let's start off with that. Let's get everything ready to glue onto the curved wall. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the frames onto the stained glass, onto the rectangle wall bit. And so let's do all of that as we set up. We've done it before, so no need to watch me do it again. But do be very careful to make sure that you have your wall sections in order. So basically coming in, so 30, 31, 32, 33 in the middle. Okay, so get that in the right order, go all the way around, and we'll be back in a snap. Sweet, so it's all done. So now let's attach all these curved bits together. What's really gonna help for stability is also having the top plate. So you can go pull that out as well, number 22. All right, and so let's do this. Let's do the business. So I'll start off with piece number 23. Just attach it on the side. Beauties. Okay, great. So not much to think about with that one, other than maybe just holding it in place. But while I hold it, let's put some glue on this side. Too easy, a little on the tab right there. Okie dokie. So beauties. Now this guy does go on top, and it will help actually hold these all in place nice and snug. So I may just plop a little bit of glue right on top here and start the process off right. Okay, so I think I may hold this for a minute. This wall on the left side, oh, it stopped pushing off. I popped something in place. There we go, it's good, great. So let's just party on. Slight dry fit for each one. Yeah, not bad. Beauties. So what I will do is plop a little glue on the top of each of these little nubs. And on the sides here, and on the top there. Okay, and now each of these should just slide on, no problems. Oh, too easy. All right, let's go ahead and just powerhouse these on. All right, look at that, amazing. Man, this building's really coming together. And dang, these stained glass windows look fantastic. All right. So what I actually did was, guys, is I actually gave some symmetry to the stained glass patterns on this side. There were 2 of each, and then 1 of this banner one. So I just put them in order to get a little bit of symmetry going on. So you can do the same if you want with the Lex banner in the very, very center. Oh, don't stick to the cutting board. Alright, cool. And the last piece, here we go. Beauties. Alright, there we are with our nice curved wall. And it is, for a bunch of flat panels, it does look very rounded. It's actually, yeah, pretty sweet. Looking good. Let's pull it up here. Fabulous. Like that. Oh, man, guys, looks so good. Just an MDF building. It's freaking sweet. Okay, cool. So let's move on to the next step and see what we're gonna do. All right, next step is up. So what we're gonna do, is we're going to start building up this nice little ledge that's on the top of this walkway or gantry or whatever, I don't know, whatever you call it. And so basically you're going to take out pieces 34 through 41B, and there's two sets of it, and so one goes on one side, one goes on the other, and we're just going to glue those in along here. And then we got these little ledges, number 38, to go on top, creating kind of a stepway. And so let's just start off here. So we'll start off just by dropping some glue in all the way around here, and we will drop these pieces in. All right. Now, I wonder, does it have to be done in a particular order? Because this piece seems to want to go on top of this piece. So that means 37, it seems, goes in before 34. So maybe it goes in numerical? I don't know. Nah, these two don't compete. So just 37 before 34, that's all. Cool. All right, I'll just move these pieces away, drop some glue in all the way around here. Okay. Start building up again the other way around. I noticed piece number 36 have the very, very, very skinny end on the centermost part, and so swap them interchangeably so that you get them on the right side with the number facing inward. There's a little trick that I just noticed while I was doing it. Okay, all right, so that's step number 1. So now what I think we're going to do is get these pieces in there. So let's just drop some glue on top of all this. All right. And hopefully, yeah, it just slides right in. No issues. Okay. No, actually, I just had this thought right here. Maybe you should do it this one on this side, so the number's facing down. Again, just in case. I'm pretty sure there's some floor paneling, but you never know. You never know. So, and the other side. All right. Let's drop this one over here. Oh. Stay up, 37. Beauties. All right, looking good. It's nice stepping up here. Okay, so now we do have some pieces here to create the next layer in the steps. Just drop some glue all the way around the outside here. All right. Got pieces 39 right here. I think I have them on the opposite sides to each other. 39, 40. Try and keep them going straight up and down for the next step. 41. Oops. Use this 41 over here. Yeah, so it does matter. They are cut exactly, and so just try one on each side if you're finding you're having spacing difficulties. Number going inwards, and just get the right one on the right side because they are cut perfect. So there you go. That's that, folks. And that's actually just a brilliant design of these guys over here at Tabletop Scenics, because I've totally built kits before where certain pieces they went on either side but not really, and it was really hard to tell. So thank you guys for just having brilliant design like that. Okay, so let's drop in these wall pieces. This is going to give all of this some stability. Glue along the top. These are the parts I'm worried about here, these tiny little steps. So we put this in, so let's just do one of them. Okay, super close. Let's put all our hobby knife just to line this up. Encourage them into place. Beauties. Pop, pop, pop. That's what I like to hear. All right, so that's one side. Shove glue on the other one. Brilliant. I will, just before I put piece number 46 on, I'm just going to glue this piece underneath real quick. And so it's got the nice little laser cut outline, so just glue a little bit along the outlines there. Okie dokie. Just line that one up along the pre-cut laser cut line. Thank you guys for that guideline. And I'm just going to get right over top of this thing, up out of the chair. Just line this up. Pop, pop, pop. Everything, I think, snapped into place. Woo, all right. So that was nice. And so now we'll just get these little detail pieces in as well. All right. Brilliant. And just for your guys' info, those little bitties are pieces 42, 46, 43 is on the bottom, 44 and 45 is right here that we're going to drop in on top. Try and line it up perfectly with the little laser etched one there. And there we go. Cool little trapdoor up there to get onto the roof. Alrighty, so let's move on to the next stage, where it looks like what we're going to do is kind of put these walls up here, and then build this upper roof portion, which will look pretty slick. So let's go ahead, cut out pieces 47, 48 on sheet number E, and then go for 49 to 51 on sheet F. Let's do that. So here's all the pieces cut out for this. So first things first, let's get the cool little roof bits glued on. Why not? They've designed it all fancy, so it looks like there's nice tile You know, actually, I may wait on this. Yeah, yeah. All right. So let's get this floor business done. This is a very stable piece, but it may take a minute for us to wrestle it on because there's a lot of nubs to line up. So there could be a lot of play. Okay, I am gonna back up, get right on top of this thing, right over the camera here. And so we'll just kind of wiggle and push and wiggle and push. So we got it. Now this is essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different pieces. So a lot of room for error, or a lot of room for play, as the pieces would have shifted as we were assembling them down at the bottom. Who knows what's going on here up at the top, but it looks like we got it on fairly successfully. All right, and so now our next piece is going to be this guy. And so let's just do that. So let's shove a little glue along here and along here. All right, let's take this piece, get it right in there. Got one side in. Let's get the other side. Boom. There we go. Pop, pop, pop. Every single piece is in place. Okay. Now there is this little roof bit here. If we glue it now, it won't dry fast enough, and we'll still be able to wiggle it to get these top pieces on. So let's just do that. Just get a little bit of glue. Yeah. Pop that in there. Lay some glue down real quick on the top here. Okay, and I think these go just like that. Beauties. Looking snazzy. Okay, so now I have a lot of room to play around with these pieces. So brilliantly cut to cover the liners right here, the socket joints. I don't know, whatever you call them. But yes, further indications of good design is when they can cover up the joints. Very professional. All right. Okay, here we go. Cool little roof piece. Brilliant. All right, so now this builds out a little bit as well right here, this kind of area. So let's go ahead and get the pieces ready for that. We're looking at 52 to 55 on E and F, as well as 56 and 57. Brilliant. Let's get all those cut out and make the little surface area here. And we're back, so let's glue this next part on. Cool, so we got some step pieces all along here, and and over here. All right, and this piece, of course, is going to help us keep everything steady, so why don't we get some glue on there. Beauties. And now let's line up the first guy. Okay, so gotta be careful not to push everything too hard so that it falls down into the middle. All right. Brilliant. So there we go. Now I don't have any glue. Oops, on this top side. So I'm just going to glue these all down like this. There we go. All right. Now the piece that goes here is a two-piecer. With the open hatch of the door on the higher side, along with the female slots on the higher side as well. Okay, so let's glue that like that. All right, lining it up as best as I can. Beautiful. And let's drop some glue in there. And drop some glue in there. Brilliant. Okay, just a little bit left to close in. And this time I will prep the side with some glue beforehand instead of doing it after. All right. Okay, be very careful because now we are enclosing something in. It's going to get hard to get fingers on the other side, so really can't push pieces in at this point. You got to be very careful. Okay, this is the most crucial piece of them all to be delicate with, to be careful with. Ah, brilliant, look at that. Okay, this building is really coming together. There's a lot of surface area up here. I'm very impressed. This is actually really nice. Definitely can fit a couple squads of dudes up here. Sweet. All right, let's figure out what the next steps are. I'm pretty sure it's gluing the steps to lead up to the main door on. So let's turn this guy around and get ready for the next step. And here's all the pieces cut out. And so we got a bunch of pieces from G, these three right here. We got 59F and 59F. Ah, this is 58. I guess just mislabeled on the sheet. That's all right. And then I got 66P, 64P, 62P, a whole bunch of these stacked up, 68P, 70P. Okay, so all those stacked up, double stacked up. And then let's see here, 63, 65, 67, 69, and 71 for, what are these all? G? Is all G? Probably G. All right, so there you go. So what we're going to do first is glue these guys on. So we take this guy with the open dents down. Let's put some glue on it, and this one simply sticks right here. And essentially, let me see here. Essentially, all this guy is going to be a, I guess, a clip-in for this piece, but also something for the top floor to sit on in there as well. So there you go. So that's what that guy's for, as well as helping the middle stepladder bit fit in there too. So there you go. Okay, so let's keep gluing. There. We'll put some glue all the way around these edges here. Make sure this stairwell goes on nice and sturdy. This will have a tendency to glue to your table, so watch out on that one. And then we take, so the 61s go on the outside and 60 goes in the middle. So here we go, let's grab 60, put it in the middle. Oops, didn't want glue on that part. Okay. There we go. Let's glue these guys in. Again, these also having a tendency to glue to the floor, so be careful of that. Sorry, I mean to your hobby desk. Yeah, so watch it for that. As you go, so we'll shove those in. Move this around a little bit. Yeah, so nothing sticks to the cutting mat. Guys, make sure you do this on a cutting mat or a surface that you don't care much about, because like you've seen, many opportunities for stuff to stick to that there. So okie dokie. So we'll take now the widest ones here, 62p, and these double stack and glue together. Now, because they are so thin, they tend to move, so make sure as you stick them together that they're lining up properly. You want it to be as smooth as possible on that facing. Okay, not bad for that one. Fabulous. And so that is going to line up right here, I bet. Let's see if we can figure out how it all works. Yeah, so we'll just have to get these to clip on, which is why it's also super important for it to line up, because the inside bits here line up on these. Very, very important. Okie dokie. Well, let's yes. Okay, so let's drop a little glue on these. Let's see if we can have our way with this. I'm right over top of this thing now. Oh yeah, they're nice and snug. There, that one too. There it is. You hear them going nice and tight. Beauties. Okay, so there's that one. So now we're going to take the biggest floor piece here. Dry fit that. Yeah, that goes right on top there. Okay, cool. So let's line that up. Easy peasy. Shove it right on top. Okay, now let's take the next one along and do the same thing. Actually, why don't you guys go ahead and just glue all these together, and we'll just be right back. All right, so we got these all done here. So now we can just keep going along and strapping them down, eh? So let's get those on. And feeling snug. There we go, beauties. Okay, just take the next floor piece and just give her. Too easy. Next up, boom. Well, you don't need me to watch me do all this. You've seen it now. Finish it all up all the way to the top, and we'll be back. Went ahead and took out pieces 72 to 77, which is basically the decorative covering to cover the steps. You cover all these nubs and stuff and make them look pretty. So go ahead and just, I guess, litter the floor with glue and have a real good time with all that, and then just yeah, throw this stuff on there all nice and pretty. Yeah. Oh, wait. This one, oh, neat. This one goes at the very, very, very bottom. Awesome. Okay, I'll put that on last. Let's just go ahead and stick all these ones on. Nice. Beautiful. And there they go. Oops. Notice here, this piece just needs a quick cleanup. Awesome. Okay, so now the piece that goes in the bottom, I was wondering, there was a little gap here. I was like, I wonder what that's for. It doesn't yet seem intentional. So I'm going to put some glue along this bottom edge here. Because then this piece, yeah. I was like, wait, am I just gluing this to the floor? Okay. Beauties. There we go. On that one. Oh, I like that. It's starting to look good. Okay, cool. Just make sure these are all down. Beauties. So now what's next is we're actually going to start to put the ramparts all the way around. So let's get set up for that. And here we are set up for the next step. And so basically we're going to put the ramparts all the way around. And so we need pieces 79 through 83, 84, no, 85, 86, 87. There you go. So 87. And so I just laid them all out already. Basically the trickiest piece is going to be to inlay this piece right here. So I'll just pull these out. I dry fitted everything just off camera, as you should do as well. Do the dry fit. It's a must do, must do. Something I'd note is as you put on the fences, just have the number part on the inside. And we are good to go. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this entire piece all the way around with glue. And the things to help give this stability will be the fences as we start to lay those on. All right, so there's the one piece. Shoving it on here. Now it's going to lean a little bit, so I use one piece under here to hold it up, and this fence piece is what's going to keep it at the right height. Okay, and here we go. So now we'll get this in a fairly stable position. I'm actually going to drop a line of glue along the edge of the building where the fence touches as well. That'll help keep things stable. And that's just beautiful right there. So I'm going to preemptively put a line of glue on this edge of this fence. Leave it just hanging off my desk a little bit so it doesn't glue itself to the table. And then we'll get started here. So this edge already has glue on it on that on this piece right here. So I'll skip that one. I'll just do the one that's going to touch the wall. And this side as well. It's going to touch the fence. And I'm just globbing it on because I want nice solid coverage, nice solid seals all the way around. Okay, so Let's go ahead and drop that in there. Sticking my finger. Okay. So there we go. Now I'm gonna make sure my number is pointed inward. I have to get right on top of this thing so I can see. Just come up and onto that, just like that. Now I want to get this so that it's lined up properly. The two fences, this corner here. Beautiful. All right. I'm just going to move this around a little bit. Try and line it up so it's steady on this side. There we go. Okay, let's try not to touch that. Give it a few seconds to tack and stabilize, and we'll keep rolling over here. So, glove this piece, and preemptively get some glue on these sides as well. There it is. There we go. Okay. Sweet. Now we'll just get a little glue lining this side of this fence. Beautiful. That's going to help keep this guy on right here. Okay, now this one is super cool the way it curves around here. Love it. Yeah, I mean, curves is something that's super hard to do with a bunch of flat pieces. And man, these guys do a really good job on this nice curved portion of this building. The chapel one too, it's like just super elaborate, very well done. All right. Just put a little dab on the top of each of these little tabs here. Why the heck not? Make sure this curved part is very stable. I'm trying to line this all up properly. Of course, this is a tricky one to do because of the curve and to get all these tabs lined up at once, but I think nailed it. Okay, now what was the order of these? It was 85 goes first. I'll just put a little glue line here to attach it to the other fence. Nice. Hold that for a second so that the two fences tack together. 85, 86, 87. Ooh, I guess I need glue on the side of this fence too. All right. Beautiful. And 87 as well. Okay. Boom. Done and dusted. Oh, lost my alignment. Super glue is now sticking to my fingers. There it is. Good. Okay, great. So you've seen it now all the way around. Basically, the other side of the building is the exact same pattern. There's just one additional piece that links the two to go here, and so that's some from frame I. The rest is all on frames H and G, so go ahead and just grab the same pattern on the other side and just finish it up. So when we come back, we'll just have it all glued all together. I'll come back in if I run into some kind of little trick, but other than that, just remember to put your two pieces from frame I, especially the one that links the two together, to get it nice and stable. And there you go. So back in a minute. Sweet, so here is the building. We got our gantries on both sides. Let me see if I can pick it up and show you guys. I have some of the next step cut out and dry fitted as well. But there you go. Look at this huge gantry all the way around this building. It looks very, very cool. Really sells the look of this. All right, cool. So like I said, I've got the next step dry fitted out, and I've already clipped them. Kind of just left them sitting on the building edge there. So here we go. So let's pull them out, keep them in order so you guys can see. And so these are all, bloop, bloop. Take this guy out too. Very cool. Such great little details. Awesome. Okay, so we got 99, I guess 99 all the way through to 104. And so we can just go ahead. These are all just finishing pieces. We can just go ahead and set those in right there. So let's do it. So number 99. Let's get some in all the corners and then a couple drops in these flat spots right here. Maybe one in the middle there. Awesome. So let's stick that in there. That shouldn't need too much. And then number 100, this skinny little guy. Be careful taking this one out of the frame. You do not want to break it. And because of that, I'm going to put a little bit of extra glue on all these different spots here. Okay, slip that in very carefully. Cool, just kind of helps seals that nice detail in and frames it nicely. It's little details like this that really put the TableTop Scenics stuff above the rest. Like, you don't have to put that piece in, doesn't do much in terms of the overall, like when you step back 6 feet. But when you come in close, all those little extra details really matter. And so kudos to them for doing top quality stuff. I'm just gonna push these in at the corners, make sure we are all the way in. Lo and behold, we're off by a couple millimeters, so there you go. It's a good thing to do if you're doing this as well at home. Just push those corners in, push it in at the top as well, push it in at the bottom in the middle. Hold this one down a little bit. Beauties. Okay, cool. So now let's start putting these brick wall panels in, and just pick this guy up and just slather it with glue and get some of these, get some of the very, very corner edges. Awesome. Just stick that guy on. Not much to worry about other than just keeping it lined up. Get the inside here. It's kind of this inside edge. Awesome. Slide this guy in here. Beauties. Just clamp it down nice and tight. A couple seconds. Beautiful. Looks like just at the top needs some encouragement, so we'll just hold that one in while we put some glue down over here. Bam. All right. Next one along, and dang, this guy's really coming together. These finishing pieces really just make it pop and come to life. I mean, this is where the real detail's at. Everything else is just structural. And then these come in right at the end and add that nice finishing touch. It's like doing your line highlights at the end of a model. Man, it just makes it pop, right? There you go. Cool. All right. And last one right here. Cool. Now I had to trim this one just a little bit so that it would fit in a little bit nicer. I was just having trouble getting it in there, so I just trimmed a little bit off the top and tiny little bit off the bottom, and then it just slid right in. None's the wiser. Cool. All right, so that's that stage there, and so now we're gonna build out a little bit of an archway in here, and really make this doorway look fantastic. And so first things first, we got piece 105. We can just kind of slather a bunch of glue on here. Grab piece 105 and shove it right in there. Okay, and then we got piece 106 and 107, and these ones are two pieces that kind of like tee together. I don't know what you call that, but anyway, so we'll put a little bit of glue in there. Cool, on that side, and why not on this side too? Okie dokie. Get this guy up and shove it in. Cool. Stick it in my finger. Let's put glue on both sides. Okay. Cool. Then what we'll do is piece 108. Yeah, piece 108. Let's shove that in there too. And the glue's already on both sides, so we're good to go. What I might do actually is just put a little bit of glue. Hopefully you can still see this angle. Put a little bit of glue in that top edge right there. Cool. Now, so there are a bunch of these pieces here. Piece number, what are they? 109 from frame I, and they go, they kind of interconnect inside of all these ridges. So actually putting this upside down is perfect. And I'll just slide some glue into all of these right here. Beauties. And then we'll do the same. Oops, don't come out. Do the same right here. Get some glue. All right. We'll just take these and I think fairly indiscriminately, just make sure you have your laser cut edge pointing down so you can see all the detail that this is adding. Beauties. These are just coming together, really making this doorway come to life. It's kind of like a, I don't know, it's called Arbitratorum. What does that mean? Is it like a gardens? Is it like a, I mean, it kind of looks like a crematorium, to be honest. Like a modern day one, or like a little mausoleum. All right, so all those bits are on. So next up they have bits 111 and 112. And so these ones are interesting. So you have these square bits, and then the 111, there's only two of them, and they're a little bit thicker on one side. If you guys see that right there. Okay, so the thicker end goes on the, what would be the bottom, okay? Which was, we've got this upside down, so it's actually up right now, but this is actually the bottom edge, and it just lines all these details, making these little details really, really pop right there, okay? So there you go. It's almost like we're creating like little light fixtures or something here. Like these are like inset, like pot lights in the ceiling or something, which is really cool. So let's start off with one of these 111, 112 biddies. All right, let's set that guy. that guy in right there. Let me just see. Yeah, dry fit some of those. Looks good. So gonna drop all these in there. Set up all our little pot lights. Cool. So even though it adds like an extra couple minutes here with the cleaning, clipping them out, and gluing them in, man, these little details, like I've said many times before, go a long way to just really selling this thing and making it not look like just a flat MDF kit. Like they really bring some dynamics out of this. Make it look good. All right. Cool. Last one. This is another one of piece number 111. And there it goes. Cool. So those are all in there. You can see how cool that is. So now, now we are going to do piece 113 and 114, and they actually, you can see there's little gaps here. So these are designed to fill those gaps. It's very cool. Let me just dry fit those in. Yeah, too cool. All right, so we'll just pull that out. Show a little bit of glue in there. And here goes piece, probably piece 113, I guess. I don't know, I just kind of cut them out already. I was like, they look pretty interchangeable. Cool. All right, so those two little detail pieces are on there. So next it looks like we got piece 110 from frame J, and this is a finishing piece right here to just get rid of all of this gunk here, where all these pieces were fitting together, clipping together and stuff. And it's just a nice piece of brick to overlay over all of that and just seal it in. Boom! Oh, that looks so good now. Amazing. Okay, pretty stoked about that. We'll just hold that in, give that a second to tack up. And so now we got piece 114, 15, and 16 from frame J. We'll dry fit those in here. It looks like we are just finishing out this this doorway. Oh, it's getting a little snug. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, looks like we're really just gonna have to, I can get it pretty close to just being in there perfect, but you really gotta shove it the last little bit. So let's get some glue already on there and hope we're not gonna break this guy. But yeah. Okay. Oops. Okay. Boom. There we go. So we got it. So I'm just using the blunt end of a paintbrush to just push it without damaging it. I don't want to use the knife because the knife could potentially damage it. All right. So there we go. So sweet. And then let's put this back the right way. Look on the inside there. Oh, it's looking good. So now the last thing we do have is this sweet door. Oh, look at that. Super dope. All right, come on out and let's just lay some glue all over that and then shove those back in. Beauties. Like this is just coming together now. All this structural stuff is done. Now we're making it look real pretty. Beauties. Oh, look at the huge sword, the balancing of scales on there. Amazing. Okay, so let's get set up for the next step and we'll be right back. Sweet. So now the next few steps are just putting these finishing pieces all the way around the building. And so it's as simple as what we just did. So just cut out 117 to 121 and start gluing them all the way around. And tell you what I'll do, because it's exactly the same steps on the other side, and then there's a bunch of ones just for the curve, is I'll just go ahead, I'll do all the finishing pieces all the way around. You've already seen some of them done on the front, and let's just get that done. Some cool things to note are you'll start to see we're going to start to build a little bit of a rampart around the edge here, which will be neat, and we'll put some extra details on there and make it look really cool. But that's what's coming up. So go ahead, lay down all those finishing pieces, and we'll come back when the whole building is covered in bricks. And all right, so it's all done all the way around. We got so many cool brick walls. We're starting to build up this gantry-way level right here. Very, very neat. One thing, guys, is in these corners here, this corner and this corner, put this piece on first before this piece. I ended up gluing this one on and I shoved it into the corner. And then I actually couldn't get this piece on, so I had to very carefully rip this one off, almost breaking it. And so, yeah, definitely put this piece on before this piece. So there you go. All right, let's set ourselves up for the next step. And we're back. So now we get into a little bit of fun. They call these watchtowers. And so what we're actually going to do is we're going to build out these dome-shaped structures here with little slits, probably for shooting out of, which is really cool. Now, they are covered by these amazingly detailed little wall sections here, and that's what makes the curve is all these little rectangle bits here. This stuff is what gives it the structural integrity on the inside. Yeah, so what I think we're going to do is we're going to build each of these bits together. So that, like, we'll assemble this little section, we'll assemble this little section. These bits are just detail on the bottom, and these bits are detail on the outside, so we can wait for those for after. But let's get these bits together, and go from there. So essentially what we got going on here is we're going to make these little T-shapes out of these, okay? And they're going to be held together. They will be holding together these guys like that, okay? So let's just take some glue and glue those on the top and the bottom, and we'll just do it for all four. All right, so number one, top bit. Let's get the bottom bit. Boom. Okay, so let's see if we can just let that sit there straight up and down. Cool, so now do it on the other four, and we'll be right back. Okay, so those are done. Now, something to note, these two little tabs here, make sure that you have one of these on each of them, because they will be what clip onto the building up here and down here. So you have one at the top, one at the bottom on each of those. So there you go. Now, next up, you get these beautiful sheets here that actually clip out all together to keep these things organized, which is really nice. And so what I'll do is go ahead and clean out all the peg holes with the little squares, and then just go and cut them out, but keep them in order, because we'll start gluing these things on around the little cylinders. So go ahead, clean these up, and then just start cutting them out, and then keep one of them. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cut out just the top row. Yeah, let's do that here. Let's just cut it out real quick. Actually, I'll cut out this top row. Actually, I'll cut out all of them. and I'll just be right back. But you guys, to keep them organized, I would suggest just cutting out the top row and then gluing it on, and then just cutting out the bottom row and gluing it on, and then taking these two side ones and connecting them together. That's basically what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna cut them all out right now. But just in case you're working and you maybe you're a little bit messy or something, just do them one at a time. That'll be easier. So cut this all out and be right back. And we're back. So I got them all cut out here. And what I'm going to do is just start globbing glue on in the in-between sections here. Yeah, let's just do the right end. So we'll get both sides, the top and the bottom. Nice big glob of glue in between each. Okay, so I think I will stick the side one on now too. And I just noticed there's like another little nub down there that goes at the bottom. All right. So here we go. Let's see if we can't line this puppy up. Beauties. Okay, so there. And now I'm going to grab all the top row ones. Try and keep them all lined up. Okay. Just keep going across the line. Beauties. That's the top of the sword coming in here. Oh, these details are so nice. Oops, missed some cleanup right there. There it is. Just make sure they're all staying down. Yeah. Beauties. All right. Cool. And then take this last one, put it on the end. All right, so while that is drying, I'll just kind of very carefully set it down right there. Take the bottom end bit and do the same thing. Load it up with some glue. Get this ready. It's ready to go. And then you'll see this full watchtower come together pretty quick. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, because we're just doing the bottom row, skip the first one, because that's where those long guys are going to come into play. Yeah. And again, make sure you have your notches one at the bottom as well. I just realized I should check after I had about 4 of them on already. Brilliant part of building models. Okay. Oops. There it is. Brilliant. So now, let's try and squeeze this on here. What's the best way to go about this? Just kind of squeeze it on over top? I don't know. We'll see. We'll go on that way. Yep, there it is. Okay, great. Ooh. Oh, that looks so badass. Awesome. And that just goes in right there, eh? Oh, yes. Wow. Very cool, very cool. Dang. Yeah, when you get the rounded bits going with the MDF, next level, for sure. Okay, so let's get these bottom end bits going. And they're just a descending set of half circles, creating a nice little kind of like chandelier shape, I guess, coming out the bottom. So it should be fairly simple. Just take the the largest one, stick it on the bottom here. Oops. No, come back. Ah. Better to watch me fail and fumble around than you guys fail and fumble around. So good. So this blocks off some of the just messy bits on the bottom, which is nice. Let's just line this up a little bit better. Okay, brilliant. Now just put some glue on the inner bit of that laser line there. Again, TableTop Scenics helping you line up all your bits with these extra laser lines. They totally don't need to do it, but they do. They do to make our lives easier. So thank you guys for that. Awesome. Yeah, this is going a long way, making it look really cool. Just adding that extra level of detail. I mean, you know, and they could have done it with 1 or 2 of these, but man, they decided to put, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers of this to make a full, like a full, I don't know, what do you call it, waterfall? Or stepped look to the bottom of it. Again, they could have just sealed it off with just one piece, but they didn't. All right. Cool. Give it one final squish down for the final piece. Bop. Okay, this tiny little one. Boom. Too cool, man. All right, so now you see, yeah. So it takes an extra minute, but boom, you got that nice finish right there. Looking really slick. Okay, so now what we can do is put on the kind of these little guys here, the framing for the actual lookout part of it, and so they have the large bit on top and bottom. Okay, and the skinny bit's in the middle. So I'll just take one of them, glue it, and try and line this guy up. As best I can. Okay. And now if I do, yeah. Let me just make sure here. Yeah, I can turn it either way, whether I glue it. Yeah, okay, good. So let's just glue up 2 of these. Should line up nice. It's a little bit tough because his bits are so skinny and wobbly. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. Okay, so actually, so while those 2 are drying, so there's these other skinny bits here. What is this one? 135K, and it's actually one more layer to our little waterfall to give a nice little ridge and cover up these joint bits here. And so, yeah, I'm just gonna put some glue around there and take the 135 piece. And oh, this is so brilliant. Good job, guys. And just cover up all those joins on the very, very bottom. Neat. Ooh. Higher is better than lower to really cover them up. So let's see if I can't do that. There it is. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, so that really helps. Obviously, some of them you can't avoid, right? But that one, they could. Nice detailing, blends in, amazing. Okay. So now, let's see here. Yeah, these go right along these edges here. So let's just glob some glue on the top side of one and the bottom side of this little pillbox. Okay, and they want the skinny bits in the middle. Boom, so just line that up. Oops, sticking my finger, moving, no. Brilliant, so that's good. So there's one of them. I'll just flip this guy over and glue him in as well. Oh yeah. See, these little details really add all the character, man. So good. I love that. Okay, so there you go. There's that nice little pillbox right there. So I think that's one of them. One of them just done. Let's just do a dry fit here on the actual building. Super cool. Super cool. Okay, so yeah, let's just glue it right on. Some glue, put it all over some of these flat bits that I know are going to touch the wall. So good. Amazing. There it goes. Yeah, cool. So 2 of those. Dang. All right, good. So let's go ahead and do the other one from start to finish. Get the other one going on the other side, and then we'll move on. Sweet. So we're at the next step. Both those watchtowers are on and looking good. Awesome. So the next step is we have a little embellishment going around the side of the rampart here, just kind of like a little ledge, which is kind of cool. Add some detail again, makes this section not look so flat, which I really like. And so let's hook it up here. So you got these 3 little pieces that kind of act as support to hold on kind of the main detail here. And so these are parts 139, 140, and 141 off of frame K. Oops, got this guy upside down. Okay, so there you go. So these, oops, come on now. There we go. So okay, so those are the main supports, just for this nice clean piece to sit on there. So let's just go with some glue without knocking it off entirely. Sweet. Oh, stay in there. All right, cool. And so now slide this guy on top. And beauties, there we go. Just kind of pushing, kind of doing a little clamp, pushing it down and pulling it up, just to keep them all in line there. And so now we got these little, these cool symbols here with the balancing of the weigh scales. 143, 146, and 144. We'll just get a little glue on there, and now they fit perfectly in the middle. You can see the laser etch part, so get them to line up perfectly in the middle of those lines. Yeah, that's how they've set it up to accent everything. So there you go. Beauties, it looks super cool. Again, adding another layer of depth there. Just put this last one on. I can reach around and just line that up. Beauties. Okie dokie. Cool. So now also on the bottom, they're adding little embellishments on this fence line here. So very cool. Just getting those bricks and an extra layer of depth on the fence. So very, very neat. And you punch these out and it gives another layer of detail around the grates. So just extra stuff that these guys think of to make everything pop. So good. I'll put a little bit of glue, tiny little bit of glue on each one of these things, because why not? Because why not? There we go. Okay. Oh. And these, the little tiny poles line up with the existing posts on there. So we'll just hold that for a second. Push down all the way across. Beauties. Now that, again, everything that we're doing here is just making everything pop a little bit more and giving everything a little bit more depth. Super, super cool. All right, let's add some glue to this guy. cover up that number, cover up these peg marks. There we go. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Lines up perfect. Boom. Now we got brick coming all the way around. Okay, so there's one more over here. Line it up. Oh, did I grab the wrong one? Totally did. So that looks like this one goes on the other side here. Okay, so I'll shove that one on there. Beauties. And all right, yeah, so keep going. So there's another one of the details on this side, so go ahead and do that. And then the same thing, we'll do the pieces around here. And then it's just gluing on the extra layer all the way around as well. So go ahead and do all of those, and then we'll come back at you to put on that extra layer of lining on this top rampart right here. So, all right, so do all of this and do this side here. We'll be done. Sweet, so I've got them done on both sides. Amazing. Now I did notice along the way I missed a little bit, and that's these little bits right here. So 165 is one of them, and I forget the other number, but they're two pieces. They're right beside each other in the frame, and they actually just seal up these little end bits right here. So let's just slap a little glue on and get those little bits over in there. So great. So that's going to help join. It's going to help join these pieces into this corner right here. So there you go. Super important, and again helps the continuity of the detailing and edging. Awesome. And the spacing's all good there too, because I lined them up with the laser etch. So perfect. All right, so now we need to cut out the little rampart to go across here. So let's cut out all the pieces for that. That is probably so yeah, 151, 150, and then all of the face plates as well. So oh, and then all of these bits around here I haven't done yet because I actually noticed this a little bit. So I cut back in to mention that. So then we'll get all the pieces around here. So 155 through 158, all on the L frame. So let's do that. All right, here's our pieces laid out for this next portion. So we got two of these guys that just clip on into those sockets. So let's put some glue on here, and this is 150 from frame L. Same concept with the kind of square little additions to the rampart on the sides. This is the same thing, but just like a curved one. So a couple of support pieces, and then one big clean piece to make a nice smooth edge that just sits on top. Ah. Beautiful. Okay. Now here's the piece that just goes right on top. So we'll just throw some glue on the innermost part of the curve, and get that guy set, and it just squeezes under those two pieces that we forgot. And so just set it in like that. Awesome. Now I wonder here, yeah, these pieces totally just can sit on there now. Amazing. Okay. So let's do that. I have them all lined up. Now these ones don't have the laser etching on it, so you want to make sure you center them pretty decently. And do them in order. I don't know if there's a difference to them in size or anything, but just in case I put them all in the correct order. There we go. Cool, so you can go around and do all those, and then same thing here. You want to line these up So again, I have them in order and just go for it all the way around. So, all right, go for it, glue all those on and move on to the next step. Next up, we have some really cool detail additions to this kind of top floor area up here, which at the moment is looking fairly plain. And so what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of cover this area with glue, because there's a ton of stuff coming in here and it's all going in at once. So there we are. I guess just careful not to cover this little detail here. Oh, we can get this top bit here as well as these side bitties, and then this top little triangle right there. Cool. Okay. So first things first, we can drop in this amazing detail right here. So bam, done and dusted on that. And then we get these two floor bits here, and it's actually really cool. They stick out just far enough to kind of cover some of the areas where the steps kind of plugged in together. I'll just hold those down for a minute. Yeah, they stick out, I don't know, a few millimeters each all the way around, so it just kind of covers some of these peg holes, which is really nice. Cool, and actually move these pieces out of the way. So I can pull this forward for you guys. All right. So let's stick this guy in there. We'll stick this guy in there. Oh, that one just fell into place real nice. Floor bits keep coming up. These two keep coming up a little bit. Okay. Well, let's put a little bit of weight. Does that help? Maybe we'll get a few full bait. Ooh, one of these guys will be perfect. Will it? Almost. Okay, we'll leave that there for now. Actually, this one's almost empty. We got a full one. Oh, that'd be a nice little weight. Shove these guys. Those pop in there. Push it right in. It's a pretty snug fit. Make sure it's fitting in there good. Oh, that one fit in pretty nice. Now, I don't know if these have to go in any particular order. So we'll do them kind of at the same time, I guess. Maybe. I think this guy might have to go in first. Yeah, definitely. Beauty. So you guys catch that one? So put the, oh, you can't see. So put this guy in first before you put in this guy here. Beauty. So all those floor pieces are in. This guy keeps popping up a little bit. Not such a big deal. Okay, so there. Oh, yeah, we got these two little rings actually too, and they just glue on around those guys. So yeah, let's get a little glue on there and get those down. Again, these are one of those ones you're going to want to line up very carefully. Perfect. Yeah, do it on both sides. And again, even thinking about these little details, even though it's under like the overhang of a roof. So kudos, guys. Keep it coming. I'm almost at the point where I'm like, geez, how many extra little detail bits are going to go on this thing? I feel like I've been building this model forever, and it just gets better and better and better all the time. All right, so, okay, so that's everything that I cut out. So now what we're gonna do is do a whole bunch of embellishments just on this little panel right here. So I'll be right back with all of them cut out and we'll get to business. Okay, so we got a couple details to do before we really focus up there. And that's to add some details onto this little door thingy. And so there's just the two little hinge bits. Very cute. Got a little screw on it. Awesome. Just shove that on here. Kind of stopped going by numbers at this point because things were getting pretty obvious. So I don't know what numbers these ones are. But take the door, grab the little hinge bitties, stick them on. Too easy. All right. So that's done and dusted. And then the other thing to worry about is then this little ladder bit here. So what I'm going to do, you got this little wall section, you got all these little handles. Just take a little drop of glue, drop it in each of these holes here. Cool. And then take these handle bits and just shove them in. Trying to keep them parallel to each other. It's going to be the big trick. So I'll just kind of shove them all in, and then I will straighten them all out after. Boom. And the last one. Boom. Okay, so now I'll place it down and just kind of adjust. Make sure we got them all in there. Beauties. All right, so now they're all parallel and ready to go. Okay, so lay that off to the side here. Put these over. Okay, so now what's going on here? So let's pull this guy in. All right, do some dry fitting over here. Ah, cool. So let's get this door in. Some glue. And just shove that guy right in there. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And then we got the door frame. Kind of cover up some of the join bits, as well as has some cool screw details and stuff on it. There we go. All right, there it is. Nice little details on there, making everything look pretty. The ladder's gluing itself down, so why don't we just peel that off and stick it on right now. Let's just get some glue on all these little wall edges right here. And then we can just throw them all on there. Awesome. Looking good. Love these little details. Cool. Now everything's getting its brick wall. Everything's looking slick. Covering up all of the joints. Amazing. This is what you want MDF kits to look like. This is going to be a sweet piece to play on in 8th edition. Oh, this one's a little bit tight. Gonna need something to just push this edge in. There we go. I think we got that on that side. Now let's get the rest of it in. A little less tight on this side, which is nice. Everything's just sliding in perfect over here. Boom. Too easy. Look at that. Oh man, so good. Okay, so next what's going on is we're gonna add just some extra little details. I think there's like a little watchtower bit, as well as on this side here. There's a couple of little details that we're gonna get some like grading and stuff going on here. And so there we go. I think we're nearing the end finally, so let's get set up for those last two stages, doing both at the same time. And guys, I think we're almost at the end. Let's see what we got going on next. And we're back, and we got a bunch of little fiddly bits to go here. So let's get these two little grates out of the way. So We got one of these little T-shaped structures again. So let's get that together, and then everything else is going to build around this. So here we go. So that goes in there. And then we got these two circle duders. So why not? Let's shove some glue on either side of those dillies. Just line it up. Stick her on. Yeah. There we go. Okay, cool. So now we got this little spool. And I guess it doesn't matter neither side is the back or the front, but always good to check. So now let's just load it up with glue in between the wheel cogs. All right, all the way around. Round and round and round we go. Drop it, drop it, drop it low. Okay, cool. There we go. We made it around. And so now what I did notice for these guys is, see, one end is thinner and the other end is thicker on these bits. And so just make sure you have them all on the same side, you know, skinny bit on the same side all the way around. That's all you got to do. Build that cog up. And you're basically just creating depth here. Oops. Make sure it's the same way. Skinny end on one end. Good, good, good. Alright. Just going all around. So I'll do one of these and then I'll let you guys do the other one on your own. But may as well get one done all the way. Cool, so we got this cool little wheel here now. Now what's the dealio? Now I guess the grate just kind of drops right in there. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, beauties. And then on the other side we got this what do we got? We got this ring here. Ooh. Ooh. I like it. I wonder how it works here. So let's check this out. It's a little bit of dry fitting. I bet it glues up right against the wall. Possibly. Possibly. Let's see. Get a picture here. Don't see it in visual range. That's good. Not a problem. We'll just go with it. Yeah. Just go with it. There's the laser cut edge right here. May as well just assume that, like the rest of the things. Ooh. That's where it goes. So it lines up with the laser cut edging. Cool. All right, sweet. So there's one of those, and now just I guess go ahead and do the littler one, and then we'll get to the big spire thing that goes on top. So let's do that and be right back. Okay, so we got both of those guys on there, looking pretty cool. Awesome. And now let's work on this guy. So, not exactly sure what is supposed to go first. This guy definitely goes in here. And a set of 3 wraps around. Set of 3 wraps around the other side. Okay. Well, let's start off with putting all the ladder joints in this thing, I guess. Because who knows what else is going on here. So let's put all the ladder joints on one side. Pretty sure that's what these holes are all for. And then I think plug some stuff in the other side too. So we'll do the same trick as we did before. We'll just get them all in, lay it flat, and then coax them into the right directions. Get them all parallel and such. Beautiful. All right. There we go. Okay, so now these guys are going to plug into it on the backside, and I think they're going to be held together by that little bit, the little 200. 200? Yeah, 200 bit there. So they'll be held together at a distance like that. And then all these pieces are going to plug in on here. So again, I've kept them in a very particular order. And this, again, you do want to watch out. Make sure it doesn't stick to the cutting mat. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. So I think I'll throw some glue on. And then I think I'll also throw some glue on the back. Yeah. I'll put this little guy on the piece number 200. Oh. Nope. That one can't go on first. How does it need to go on? I'll put one of these guys on. And then I'll put this guy in. Yeah, why not? Throw a little more glue in there. Let's see if I can't get this in at the same time. Ooh. It's a tricky little one here. There we go. Alright, so lined that up. Okay, so now stick this guy in here. It's definitely lopsided, but what I might do is start off with 3 bits. On the back side, give it some stability, drop some glue, and these little dots on the floor. And these are the bits in the middle, so I'll take the very middle one, line them up. Okay, cool. And then one on either side. Hopefully this gives us some good stability in here. Awesome. Oh, don't stick to the cutting board. Okay. Good. Get in there. Good. Oh. What happened? Fabulous. Broke one of the ladder bits on the other side trying to put it in. Brr. come back. Just knock it off. Put some more glue on that end there. And get you back in the fight. Okay, yeah, definitely that's really, aside from this little guy falling out, this guy's a lot more firm, which is amazing. And so what I think I might do is then put in these three to really seal everything. And the other ones are just hanging anyways, so it should go on pretty easy. Okay. Line them up properly. Sweet. I just want to make sure I'm counting right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blank spots. Cool. So yeah, I do have the very end bit here. And we'll get the middle. Let's shove it down. Good. Okay, good. Same thing. Gotta get it down far enough. Beautiful. And then it just clips in. Cool. So, awesome. Awesome. Now, I've got to say, I do love the design on here, because I actually didn't realize that these sides were open until I started seeing the build instructions for it. I just thought it was like another perch, but man, there was just, even the details have details. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a Space Marine could fit in here, even a Primaris Marine. We'll do that at the end. We'll do some size comparisons and all that kind of stuff. See what fits. What fits where. Beautiful. Oh man, it's just looking so cool. All right. Yeah, we got to do a little bit more glue. Great. Okay, get this last little bit on. And guys, we are in the home stretch. Oh, it feels good. I can taste it. All right. And final piece here. Beautiful. Now that is nice and solid, and that is looking really cool. Oh, awesome. Just that ladder. Super neat. Amazing. I just might trim this little bit right here. Okay, so, oh man, there's only a few pieces left. Let's get to it. Let's see what's next. Line it up. And we're back, and the last bits are cut off all the frames. This is all that's left. Very exciting. Now, let's kind of just figure it out together. So I don't really know what order anything goes in or whatnot, but let's just have at it. So let's take that big ring and glue it onto the top of this guy here. So, because why the heck not? What else are you gonna do? A little bit of glue all around. Too easy. Now let's get this big daddy. I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to the orientation of it. So we'll just get it on there. Now there's a lot of teeth to line up, so you just kind of struggle with it until pop, there it goes. Okay, so I guess that's on. Now what? Now I guess we can have these little half rings start drying. Why not? And they're the things that keep the like little what do you call them, like buttress, these little guys, little buttress thingies on there. So get the first set on, leave them to dry, because yeah, there's a double layer of these. I'm not really sure why, but there are. I'm sure we'll find out in a minute. Okay, let's just line these up. Okay, beauties. So we'll let that dry for a second. Got this guy. This guy is just the top piece that makes this guy pretty. So why don't we wait on that for a minute? Should we? Yeah, Okay. Yeah, if we put it on now, it may give us more support for the side bit. So yeah, let's take a stab at it and just throw it on there right now. I think it's a fully symmetrical piece, so I think we can just get it on there without much of a care. Yeah, it looks pretty symmetrical to me. But let's take care in lining it up perfectly all the way around. Nice. Beauties. Okie dokie. So now these little bits, piece number, 297? 207. Let's throw those liners all the way around. So let's just drop buckets of glue all the way around this puppy. Cool. All right. Wonder how long this goes on for. Okay, there we go. So, very cool piece here. Let's just start lining these up, and I think I may, kind of like with the ladder pegs, just start throwing these guys on, and we'll line it up after the fact. So let's just get them on there for now. Sweet, round and round and round we go. I got some more hiding over here. Oh no, one fell off. It's all right. I'm kind of hoping that just by the time all of them are on, they kind of help straighten each other out. I don't know. We'll see. I may end up throwing some extra glue like on the sides of all of them to help them stick to each other. Let's get the one that fell off. Hello. Back on. Okay. Now I'm just gonna kick the camera. Gonna get a top-down aerial view and just kind of adjust all of these. Oh, this one guy stuck to my finger. Get back on there. There we go. This one could be pushed out a little bit, I think. I think it was just crowding out a couple of the other ones. Straighten that one out. Cool. Well, there you go. I think that's not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. So now we need to do something else while that dries. So maybe we'll come back down to the bottom here and just check this out. Oh, what's the deal here? Let's go like this. Oh, I see. So that's why there's two of them. Because the other one goes lower down. Wonder how I'm going to line it up properly. Oh, geez. Okay. Interesting challenge. Oh. Let's get some glue up there. And what am I doing here? Oh boy. Yeah, I think I just did the absolute wrong thing with this one altogether. It doesn't go there. It doesn't go like that either. Yeah, I think I made a whoopsie over here. I wonder if I can get these guys off. Well, let me fiddle with this, because I definitely did this wrong. See if I can get it off for you and recorrect everything. Be right back. Okay, so I think I realized there's no coming back from my mistake. I tried to get these pieces off, and I just ended up just shredding it to bits. So don't make my mistake. This is why you're watching this video, folks. The instruction sheet is a little bit vague, and so what I would do then instead is actually set these guys up on this before you attach it, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it starting at the bottom ones. Okay. To help me line it up. I think this is how I got to do it. Okay. So then what you would do if you didn't screw it up was you would take the other piece and glue it in those other nooks there. So then you could get this whole unit nice and stable and just glue it on. But I'm gonna have to fiddle with it a little bit as I try and do it, because now I don't have the stability of having both the rings. Okay. Yes, of course it's sticking to the cutting mat. That's what's making the pieces fall off. Now, I actually debated something, and I'm reconsidering it again now. If I can cut these out. Cut these out here for it to fit. Yeah, I think I may fiddle with this for a little bit, cut these out, and kind of try and slot them in so it's a little bit more stable. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to fiddle with this for a little bit, and don't make my mistake, folks. All right, I think I did the best of my mistake that I could, and everything's in there nice and snug. So sweet, there you go. Basically what I did was I cut a bunch of the slits in so that this piece would fit right up against the ceiling, and then I had another one right there. So the other one, these were actually meant to cover these divot marks right there. So now thankfully, looking from this to top down, you actually won't be able to see that basically ever. So one of the two last things to do in this entire kit are, well, this cool little grate right there. All right, and all these biddies. So let's just do those. Let's just get a bunch. So I'll do a few on camera, but then the rest you can just do yourself. So obviously the key is, again, just lining these up right inside the laser cut lines, getting them perfect. adding some detail, adding some depth, adding some layers. Beautiful. Okay, so go around, do that on the whole thing, and also let's drop some glue right here. Drop that on top. Bam. Awesome. Okay, cool. So finish this up, and then let's check out the completed Arbitratorum. And there it is, all complete. Wow, this is a killer building. Super cool. Check it out all the way around. Amazing. This I'm going to leave removable, of course, because then you could also have just this like separate little watchtower piece if you want as well. That's kind of like if you use the fences as well. That I have another video out for the Hive City fence, the iron fences. You could have a little courtyard out here blocked off with the fences and this little like perch out front of it or something like that. But then again, it also could just go right up there. Very cool. Now, like this building is so good. It looks, some of the pictures can make it look very plain, but man, it's a sweet building. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, which is great. I thought it was going to be a small little building, but it's huge. It's probably twice as big as the chapel. And yeah, I mean, just the fence that's built in with it, as well as the roof. Man, this is super, super cool. So, okay, so let me show you some size comparisons. So I have, right here, I have a squad of 10 Primaris intercessors. And so, so first off, let's see how they do in here. So, okay, so you can fit 32 mil bases just perfectly in here. Wow. Okay, so there you go. So that's that mystery solved. 32 mil bases just fit all the way around the building. Perfect. Now, what else can we do with this? So you can get a dude up there. 32 mil base standing in there. Now, will a 40 mil base balance in the doorway? Yes, it will. Amazing. You see my librarian coming out of the Arbitratorum there. Now, what else? Okay, so let me just take this bit off for a minute. Spin this guy around. Okay, and let's see, how many dudes can we balance on the top floor? Let's see here. Let's just see if I can get a full squad of 10 and a character. So easily a full squad of 10 and a character. Now, can I get a squad of aggressors on here as well? Let's see. This is a 40 mil base squad. Move you to the other side. Do you fit flat? You do. And this guy, you fit flat right there. Cool. So you can fit, man, that's 14 Marines on the top floor. 4 of them are 40 mil bases. That's amazing. It's so good. It's like, so you could spread this unit out if you want to keep them in coherency up to 2 inches, and like this unit of 10 could just take over the whole top of this building if you want, or not. I don't know. You kind of have fun with it. I'm just showing you guys the limits. Okay, so if this guy's up there, how many Marines can we fit in the perch? Just the perch by itself. These are 32 mil bases, and it looks like that's the limit. It looks like 8 Marines, 32 mil base, can fit in there. No room for anything else. Or you could fit, let's try this. 7 Marines there with a captain in the middle. Boom. I mean, that's a librarian, but you know, you could get a squad of last cannons perched up here, something like that, and just put your captain, reroll some 1s. I don't know. Whatever people feel like doing these days. That's a cool little setup right there. Can you fit a Marine fully inside there? So he definitely fits, like, scale-wise, the doorway is appropriate size, but he doesn't actually fit inside. That's fine. Doesn't need to fit inside. Man, this is super cool. I love this. Okay, so now here's the big test. I'm gonna reach over my hobby desk and I'm gonna grab something I just finished painting. I'm gonna throw this down right here, the Imperial Knight Castellan. Okay, so it's sizable. I can almost block him if I'm looking from this angle. If I'm this squad of Marines down here on the floor, right? Let's say I'm that squad of 10. I actually cannot see that Knight Castellan. So that's kind of cool. But from up high, or if I was like way further back the other end of the table, you could probably just see the top shoulders and stuff. So it does a pretty decent job hiding this Knight. Now let me turn it so that the highest parts of it, this rooftop, are best angled to cover him. And actually that wow, I think that fully blocks line of sight to that Knight Castellan right there. This building is massive. It's perfect. Like, this is exactly what you want for 8th edition 40K. If that Knight wants cover, he's going to have to be in the perfect exact spot. But other than that, right, it's just, you know, great cover for infantry. I mean, this is the exact building you want. So there you go, guys. Let's wrap this video up. And there you have it, folks. The Hive City Arbitratorum from TableTop Scenics. Very cool building. Modular pieces to go separately as well. Very, very neat. I love this building. It can hide a Knight. It can house a squad of Marines or two, and some characters. It's great for line of sight blocking. It's great for jumping on top of and getting cover. This building is perfect for Warhammer 40K, as well as, you know, being a cool, like, just gothic-y temple thing or whatever for, you know, any kind of steampunk game. So there you go, guys. That is how to build it. Some of the tricks, some of the mistakes to avoid, and just simple tricks for doing MDF in general, as well as being a thorough walkthrough of this building in particular. So stay tuned for the next video where we will paint it. I'm going to paint it quick and dirty to match the rest of my buildings in the set. I'm gonna do some kind of different techniques. We'll probably do some masking and stuff in this because I just built the whole thing all together. But there's a lot going on here, so we'll probably have to do some masking. Probably get some cool techniques going for the different parts of it. And so stay tuned. There may be some fun stuff in this painting video that's a little bit different from the other ones. But yeah, so there you go. So that's that building, guys. Let's end this right here. If you liked this video, love you just jump down there, hit subscribe so that you can stay tuned with our future content. So future battle reports, more terrain tutorials, painting tutorials, and the whole nine. So there you go. Subscribe down there, hit the bell so you get notifications when those future videos come out. Plenty more to come from Tabletop Scenics. And oh, what do we got here? Yeah, more from the Hive City series. We got some of their orc terrain, which is super cool, and so there you go. So check those things out. Links in the video description below. Lastly, guys, if you really like this video, become a patron of the channel today, whereas for as little as $1 a video, you can support everything we do here at the channel. Some extra perks for you as well, discounts at online retailers, giveaways, our exclusive content that's out for just our patrons. And there you go. So that's everything for today, folks. We will see you at our next encounter.
Like a monkey in a rocket on his way back home. Okay. Scratching his head upon a milk crate throne.